With Baby Driver coming out next week on Wednesday, whatever, I'm really excited to give y'all my review of that. I'm ready to see it. I'm so excited, guys. I've heard a lot of great things. I'm trying to stay away from reviews and all the commercials and trailers, but I'm really excited because Edgar Wright is one of my favorite directors working today, whatever. And you know what? I decided I'm going to review the Cornetto Trilogy. And I won't be reviewing Scott Pilgrim. I know. I don't have time, and I also don't own it. Sorry. But either way, I do own the Cornetto Trilogy, and I will review each one of them day by day leading up to Baby Driver. And so, I have reviewed The World's End many years ago when it first came out. I will be re-reviewing that because I have a better camera and better quality, but I'm still going to leave that video out there. But let's start with the first Cornetto Trilogy and one of my favorite zombie movies ever made. Shaun of the Dead. Just in case any of you are wondering, the Cornetto Trilogy is a bunch of movies. It's 3 movies starring the same people. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They're in the same movie, and it's like 3 similar movies with same actors, same kind of situations, and same kind of joke, whatever. And it's just, they all relate in some way, and they all have a Cornetto ice cream in there somewhere. And so that's why it's called the Cornetto Trilogy, and I will be reviewing all of them, like I said. But let's start with Shaun of the Dead. One of my favorite zombie movies, and it's seriously, I can watch this movie anytime. I rewatched it today, whatever. I put it on, I was like, alright, I gotta review this movie. I haven't watched it in a good year or so, I haven't watched it in a while. And just watching it, it just feels so good to watch a great movie. Because honestly, this year we haven't had an amazing movie except for Logan. So just watching an old movie that came out in 2004, it just felt so refreshing. So either way, this review will contain some spoilers for the movie, but I won't go like in depth on every scene or whatever, but it will contain some spoilers for some characters and just spoilers. This movie's been out for like 10, 13 years, so if you haven't seen it by now, please watch it. It might be a bloody, disgusting, zombie, chewing movie, whatever, but really, it's honestly a romance movie. And I'm not lying, it is a romance, honestly. So this movie stars Simon Pegg, who plays Shaun. He's like a TV seller. He's a guy who works at some crappy TV store. He sells TVs and all that kind of crap, refrigerators, all that kind of crap. And his life is pretty much boring. He's got a really nice girlfriend, super pretty, whatever. He's got a great cousin named, what is his name? It's Nick Frost, pretty much, and they're cousins, whatever. They live with each other. They have crappy lives on, especially his cousin Nick, whatever, Nick Frost, whatever. And then one day he breaks up with his girlfriend. She dumps him. She's bored of his boarding life, whatever. He's sad. He's depressed. He gets drunk with his cousin, whatever. And the next morning, zombies have raided London, and it's just outrageous comedy and some great moments, and it is seriously, it's hilarious, it's almost sad in some scenes, got some great zombie scenes, and the Nick Frost character is named Ed. I just remembered. Thank you, me. Either way, so they go through a lot of stuff, and it's great. And the one thing that makes this movie so great is Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright's directing is just perfect. It's literally perfect. Like, the quick editing, you can see everything because it's in a steady shot that's not shaking when it's quick editing. When you shake a camera and then cut it to another shaky camera, it makes your brain hurt. For example, the Resident Evil Final Chapter movie that came out this year, that was trash directing. Trash. True, utter trash. And then there's this movie with quick editing, but steady camera work, but it's quick, but you have that energy and that vibrant just editing, and it works, and it's so great. I mean, there's literally one scene in the very beginning of the movie where he's literally opening up a drawer to grab a knife, whatever, put butter on a piece of toast, and it's quickly edited, and it has that energy. It's like, zoom, ching, ching, ching. It's just, it's exciting to watch, honestly. I love Edgar Wright's style and directing. That's what makes him so different from other directors, and I really enjoy that. And again, it's just great to watch. I love his quick editing. I love when he changes scenes over. Sometimes it's like, it goes to the side, whatever, and like, shoo, it turns really quick. Love that kind of stuff. Edgar Wright directing is just perfect. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was his first movie. I think he worked on a TV series called like Space, whatever, with Simon Pegg. I think he did, and that was like his first kind of stuff. But this, I'm pretty sure this was his first feature film, and dang did he knock out of the park. And I'm pretty sure when this movie first came out, they were just trying to make a zombie movie. A lot of people today call this a spoof. Really, it's not a spoof. It is a straight up zombie movie. I mean, they're trying to survive. Yeah, they poke fun at kind of stuff like that, and it's funny at times, and it's really funny at times, but overall, it is its own zombie film. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost have some great chemistry in this movie. You really feel like they're best friends, which they are in real life. They're 100% best friends, but in this movie, they are just great friends, and they feel so realistic, and I bet you there was a bunch of improv jokes in this movie, and you can feel it when you're watching it. Simon Pegg is great. He's a great character. He gets bad on his luck when his girlfriend breaks up with him. Then he has become a hero and stop the zombies and get him and all of his friends and his mom and his dad to the Winchester, the bar, whatever, drink some beer and stay alive. And that's his plan, and it's just great. One of my favorite scenes in this entire movie is when he is waking up in the morning, or like, okay, the day before he's going to work. He's walking to work, whatever. He's walking to like this store, whatever, to get ice cream and stuff like that. He's walking. It's a one-shot take, whatever, and it's great. He goes through like some kids, whatever. He goes to like an old hobo man. He goes to a store, all that kind of stuff. Then, when it's the zombie day, and it's the next day, and it's zombies, he's literally just doing the same shot, the same kind of stuff, and there's zombies walking around, and there's like blood, there's like a blood on the wall, whatever, and he's walking, he's like trying to open his soda and eat some ice cream. It is hilarious, and it's great, and that is why the directing by Edgar Wright is so good. And then one of my favorite scenes, of course, is when they first interacted with a zombie, and he pushes the girl, she falls, she gets stabbed in the thing, and when Ed is literally trying to take another picture, I laugh every time when he slaps it out of his hand. It's so funny. Another scene, I can tell this movie all day, is when they're walking as fake zombies, they get up to the window, and Ed, of course, you know, his phone rings, and he's like, hello, and all the zombies just stop and stare at him, and then it's just great. It's comedy gold in this movie, and I love it. And it's always energy. You're always in. There's never a break in this movie. You're always interested in these characters. You love it. And the romance in this movie is actually really good. Shaun and the girl, whatever, have great chemistry, and you actually care for one another, and you want them both to survive. In the very end, they're the only two left standing. They're the only two left living. Everyone else gets killed. And what really got me, here's a little side story. So if you've seen this movie, you know the character David. Yeah, David he's the douche in the group, whatever. He loves Liz, whatever, and he wanted to be his girlfriend in college, whatever, but he didn't end up happening. She ended up with Shaun. So he sticks around with him and this other girl, whatever. And they get to the Winchester in a big climax scene, whatever. Shaun has to kill his mom, which is very impactful and is very well handled. It's kind of sad too. I mean, you have to shoot your own mom. That's very heartbreaking. Either way, so David, he yells at Shaun, whatever, and then Shaun punches David. He falls, and he's pissed off, and he's trying to get out. He's moving all the chairs from the window and the door, whatever. And then she yells at him. He's like, "Get away from that door!" And he's like, "Get away!" And he walks to the window. Okay, in this scene, I watched this when I was a little kid, and it literally made me cry. I mean, I was like 6 or 7, and I guess I walked in on it, and every time I watch this scene, my stomach just turns because I can feel that feeling of my younger self being so scared of this scene. So basically in this scene, he walks to the window, and he's about to say sorry. He's like, "Shaun, and all of a sudden, zombies break through the glass, they grab David, and they literally yank him through the window. Shaun and the Liz and the other girl grab his legs, and he's literally put out the window like this. The zombies like have him. He's outside the window, but they have his legs, and the zombies chow down on him. And they literally put their hands in, they rip his shirt, put his hands through his belly, rip out his guts, and they're chewing on his guts too. Like, you see a few of them just like rip his guts out. Continue on. As a kid, I'm sitting here like, I'm crying just because I'm watching a man get his guts ripped out. Then, continuing on, they grab his arm, rip it, and then they rip his other arm, so he has no arm. He's dead. I mean, his guts are ripped out. His arm's being ripped off. Then they're pulling him back in, and his legs get yanked off, and they cut back, and David's head is ripped off, and his whole body is just dismembered. It is seriously one of the most gruesome scenes in a movie I've ever seen. It's the most gruesome scene I've seen in a zombie movie. 100%. I mean, I've watched Walking Dead every Sunday. It's a great show. But this scene in Shaun of the Dead always gets me, and it is just gruesome. And as a kid, it scarred me bad. But either way, at the very end, Ed gets bit, whatever, and I love how Ed becomes like a zombie in the shed. He plays a video game with them. They survive the zombie outbreak, they shoot him, they get killed, whatever, they put him on TV shows, and it's really funny. Overall, that's some minor stuff I'm going through. There's a lot of stuff I can talk about. Shaun of the Dead is seriously one of the best comedies ever made. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's so funny, and I love it every time I watch it. I really want to watch it again because it was just so good. It's a good horror movie, romance, comedy. It literally mashes everything together, and it's just perfect. Edgar Wright is really good at doing that, mixing different brands of like genres in a movie. Horror, comedy, drama, romance. He puts it together very good, and he does great directing, and it mixes together just beautifully. And that is why I give Shaun of the Dead an A+. It is seriously one of my favorite movies like ever. I love this movie. It's so fun to watch. It's funny, sad. Just watch it. And as I said, very gruesome. Especially in one scene with David. Yeah. Anyways, guys, so tomorrow I will be reviewing Hot Fuzz. Really excited to review that, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.